Hello and welcome back to SheTech Desk, your virtual help desk. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Welcome the SheTech Tribe. So today's video is going to be a little different. We're going to talk about virtual learning. Okay, and in the words of the Queen, Miss Erykah Badu, students, how y'all feel? Parents and educators, are y'all all right? We're moving into maybe about a week to 3 weeks into this virtual learning space. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, stay tuned. All right, so welcome again to the SheTech Desk Virtual Help Desk channel on YouTube. And again, we're going to talk about all things virtual learning. Okay, I know my educators, my teachers are out there, my parents are out there, and everybody is like, what is going on? Okay, so we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, as a parent, I have my parent glasses on, and as an educator, I have my educator glasses on. So with that being said, my experience with my fifth grader, with my son, has been generally positive. I must say, the very first day that we logged in for virtual learning, we did have some technical difficulties. We were able to get those resolved, and from that point forward, we haven't had really too much of many difficult issues that come up. We actually did a mandated testing from home, and that went pretty smoothly enough. He's been submitting his assignments. He's been working independently. We've been able to stay in contact with his teachers through instructional technology resources like Remind. That's an application that they're using within my son's school, and we've been actually able to have virtual meetings with the teacher just to, refresh and just to ask questions about things. So the teachers have been available to him to assist him if he has any questions, and the technology for the most part has been functioning without any type of issues. Okay, now I will say that as a parent and an educator, we all must understand that technology is unpredictable. Okay, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's not great. Okay, and when it doesn't work the way that it's set up to work, that is when the frustrations, that is when the problems and all of that other stuff starts to boil up, and we begin to have that negativity starts coming into the virtual learning space. Okay, I just want everybody to take inhale and exhale, breathe in and breathe out, and just take a deep breath and a sigh of relief. Okay, you all have made it through the day. You've helped your children and your students maneuver through the virtual learning day, and you've made it through to the end of the day. So I want everyone to just take a sigh and a breath of relief to just know that you made it through the day. This is new, okay? This is a new space for teachers and for parents and for students. So there's a learning curve. I want everybody to just know, just stay encouraged, okay? Whenever you start feeling that you are getting frustrated, that you're getting angry, just breathe in and breathe out before something is said out of anger or frustration. Okay, for my educators, look, the first few weeks of school, we all know, and again, I taught second grade, so the first few weeks of school, as the kids coming in, we're building partnerships and relationships with parents. We're building a community in our classroom. We're introducing the students to their procedures and their routines, and we're just getting them back into the groove of school again. Okay, imagine doing all of those same things but in a virtual space. Okay, now I'm not saying those things can't happen, because they can, okay, in a virtual space. But you're taking the educator, you're taking the teacher out of their normal, okay? The normal. And this is the new normal, okay? So you're taking the educator out of their normal settings and placing them in a place, a virtual place, to connect and build relationships. This can still happen, but that's what these first few weeks of school is intended to do. To build the community of the classroom, to build the community of your students, okay? Also to let them know what the procedures are, what the routines are, all right? And so everyone is kind of off a little bit, you know, maneuvering through the virtual learning space, but it can be done, okay? And it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be just easy and perfect every day. There's going to be issues. There's going to be some things that pop up unexpectedly throughout the day. And that's okay. As educators, we're prepared for the unexpected. You know, when you're busy in a lesson and you're teaching and you get a call, or something happens and there's a fire drill or whatever, we're kind of prepared for that unexpected. But parents, I want you to know is that you are also such a big part of this virtual learning space, and that your children, your kids are looking to you for that support. When they see you get frustrated and angry, it tends to kind of seep into them. So if you take that deep breath in, deep breath out, and just be positive before you are negative, then you yourself will begin to, of course, influence your child, because you are your child's first teacher, okay? So when we were having some technical difficulties, I was doing some troubleshooting, trying to work on my end to make sure that he was straight, and I saw myself getting a little upset myself, and I had to calm down and then make sure that he had everything that he needed, okay? And I had to remind myself, technology is unpredictable. It's unpredictable, okay? As educators, you all know that when everything is going great, we relish in those days. We savor those days when technology is going great and everything is going wonderfully. We relish those days, because on the days when they don't, that's when the frustrations start coming in. And so as educators, what we do is we monitor and adjust. We monitor and adjust and continue to be flexible, okay? So as encouraging words to my educators and my teachers is just continue to monitor and adjust and continue to be flexible. I truly do feel that we can see some good things coming out of this virtual learning space. It is not going to be all bad, y'all. It's not. It can be a good place where students can be engaged, they can learn, they can collaborate with each other virtually. This is still a time where real teaching can happen, okay? Real teaching can still happen. All right. It doesn't matter if it's in a brick and mortar building or virtually, you can still do your job and teach and inspire in the virtual learning space. Okay. So I truly do feel like this is an opportunity for teachers to shine, and this is an opportunity for teachers to continue to show that we do what we do and why we do what we do. We have that passion for it, and this is what we do, and we're just going to show the world, you know, how wonderful we are. And as parents, my encouragement to you all is just, again, breathe in, breathe out, support your child, be an advocate for your child. If you have a question, ask the teacher, okay? Don't pop your head in the virtual meeting and ask the question. Send them a text message, send them an email, schedule a time to have a virtual meeting with them. Be an advocate for your child, okay? So if you have a question, if you're having some difficulties, reach out to your teacher, reach out to the principals, reach out to your tech people. If you're having some issues, reach out to them, okay? That's what they're there for. They're there to support you all, okay? So if you're having some issues, reach out to them, okay? So don't get discouraged. Look, it's been about maybe 1 to 3 weeks in for most school districts across across the United States, and we're just hoping to have just a wonderful school year. I'm actually very pleased with what's happening within my son's school district. I'm pleased with how he's adjusting to this virtual learning space. I feel like I'm seeing growth in him very early in the year, and so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see how it goes. And I do quote Erykah Badu. She's one of my favorite artists. I do quote her very much, and one of my quotes, and this is just a quote that is for encouragement for educators, and Erykah Badu, the queen, has said this as well. And as an educator, I am passionate about my students. So as an educator, that's a mantra that you can start to say to yourself. As an educator, I am passionate about my students. And for parents, a mantra to say to yourself, as a parent, I am passionate and I will advocate for my child or children. So, and Erykah Badu, she says a little different. She says, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my stuff. But those are just some mantras that you can say to yourself to let you know, hey, I'm going to advocate for my children. I'm going to advocate for my child, and I'm passionate about my children's success, academic success, and I want them to succeed. And as an educator, you're passionate, and you will be an advocate for your students as well. And you're just as much as passionate as a parent would be about your students' academic success. And so I just wanted to give you all just some words of encouragement, let you all know that we're all in the struggle together. That it may not look, virtual learning may not look the way that you want it to look right now, but I truly believe that as we work through the kinks and as we work through and move through it a little bit better, you will see that it's going to be a process and a space where real learning takes place. Okay? Real learning can still take place in the virtual learning space. So again, like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Leave a comment. We're here, and thank you for just being a part of the She Tech tribe. Thank you. Be good, be passionate, be advocates, be great. Bye-bye.